What's up, my comic community? My name's Cullen, and I collect comics. And you're probably wondering why I've got the pigtails. That's because today we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Harley Quinn. That's right, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. I remember the very first time I ever saw Harleen Quinzel as a character. I was a huge fan of Batman the Animated Series when it came out. My friend Jason and I stayed at his house overnight to watch the premiere as a kid. I think we were like 11, and hung out the next morning, ate cereal, whatever, watched the freaking Batman the Animated Series, and for the first time seeing Cat and Claw episode 1. I remember very vividly because I actually missed whenever they aired Cat and Claw 2. I'm not sure even when they aired it because it wasn't like where they aired that on, I want to say they aired that on Saturday, and then I think they may have even started running it on every day, like after school. So like Monday, it started out, it was on Leather Wings, and it just kept, but I can't remember, but whatever day Cat and Claw was, I missed it. But yeah, Joker's favor. I mean, Harley Quinn was just a henchman for the Joker. You didn't really get to even know her name in the first thing. You just hear Arlene Sorkin's classic Harley Quinn voice, and it was really cool. I immediately fell in love with the character. Thought she was, neat hench person for the Joker. And then, finally, comes around and you actually get to see Harley Quinn. And can't remember if it was Harley Quinned or whatever was the first one where you finally get to see her. But just a classic character. It happens more often than you think, but usually, for the longest time, a character that comes from television doesn't, it's actually more often like now that characters from cartoons are making their way over, but it didn't take Harley long, to get mainstream. But I absolutely loved the character. She's awesome. My favorite, like I said before, Batman the Animated Series was one of my favorite television shows ever. Probably my favorite television show right now is the Harley Quinn animated series on HBO Max. I absolutely love it. Kaylee Cuoco does a great job as Harley Quinn. Absolutely, the entire cast is amazing. I loved Batman the Animated Series. I love the Arkham Asylum games with Tara Strong doing the voice for Harley. It's just awesome. Just love that character. She's a cool character. Got a neat dichotomy. She is super smart. She, became a doctor at a very young age, and really didn't have time for a lot of fun. And then, you kind of make it where she's, like she was super serious, and then she just kind of finally the Joker awoken something in her to make her lighten up and, see things differently. It's not necessarily a good, Harley Quinn and the Joker were not necessarily a good match for each other. I thought it was always, well, Joker can't be really a decent match for most people in general because of just, he's the Joker. He's psychotic, he's a sociopath. But nonetheless, Harley, I really like her and Ivy a lot better. That was definitely, different. But at the same time, without the Joker, you kind of had to have him to make Harley. Yeah, once again, though, I absolutely love the character so much. Trying to think of what else I was gonna say about the Arkham Asylum games and Arkham City, all that stuff, so good. She was awesome. Just an awesome character in general. Like I said about that. But I just always loved this character because she was one of the first times that I actually got to see a character on, like I said before, that's really cool from an animated series make its way to be not only important but like, you know, probably one of the most important DC characters that they've ever had. You know, which also it's really, you know, always nice whenever real classics are made in your lifetime. Even though, I mean, I've had quite a few. I mean, you know, I've been born since '80. There's tons of characters, but you know, she's amazing. I mean, I can go on and on about her, but I mean, I am going to because that's kind of why we're here. So let's get into some of these books I've got to, you know, talk about Harley more. All right, we're gonna get into the some of her early appearances, and then we're gonna get to the first her first full volume of her own series, which is Harley Quinn Volume 1. So, yeah, let's get right into this, and I'll see you here in a second. All right, let's get into these. Wait a minute, Punchline. You get out of here. This is not about you at all. Pretend Punchline didn't show up. Not that I got a problem with Punchline. I kind of like Punchline. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. All right. Well, first, this is my Batgirl Adventures Batgirl Adventures, Batman Adventures number 12. First appearance of Harley Quinn. Love this cover with Ivy and Harley, and of course Batgirl on it. It's super cool. Yeah, that's one of my favorite books I have. Then of course, right after that, we have Harley's origin story in Mad Love. Another cool book that I'm glad I own. I've had these for 20 years, and they're some of my favorite things I have. I mean, because Harley's obviously one of my favorite characters. And then right here, after that, we have Batman Harley Quinn. This is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in actual DC continuity for No Man's Land, I believe is when it's during. No Man's Land. Interesting place to introduce her, but one of my favorite series. I mean, I can't imagine the whole process of editing and whatnot with it. Yeah, it's cool, but yeah, these are my very early Harley stuff. Like I said, these are some of my favorite books I own. I'm glad I own them. I've, like I said, always been such a huge fan of her. But now, let's move on to her first series, shall we? I love collecting Harley. I buy a lot of Harley stuff. One of those characters I'm always feel like I'm going to collect. I love the how the first story arc on the graphic novel is called Preludes and Knock Knock Jokes. You know, poking fun of Sandman. But yeah, here we have Harley Quinn 1 also. I love this series. It's really good. It's one of my favorites, like I said before. Like, it's just the character. These Terry Dodson covers are awesome. And yeah, I mean, I remember going through and reading a lot of this, her getting her own book. Love these covers, though. Freaking, they're great. Then it's just such a cool series. Here I actually have issue number 3, which this is the first real kind of like they say it's the first Gotham City Sirens issue, really, but actually I have two copies of it. It's one that I somehow picked up, which is awesome because I mean, once again, Rachel, this Terry and Rachel Dodson doing the inking and drawing of these covers. They're just and the artwork inside just phenomenal. I mean, I remember this also I think might have Mercy Graves in it. I'm not sure, but yeah. We're reading some of these. With 4, where she goes to get her henchman, getting a crew. It's always fun. We got the Giant Toys Chaos Abound. Gosh, these Rachel and Terry Dodson covers are so good. They're really some of my most favorite things, like I said before, that I've ever, just, I love their work. It's so good. It really is. It's amazing. Oh, this is the month where it says in this issue Wayne Manor dies. Like, there were so many different issues of Batman and Batman related that month where something dies. So that's funny. Wayne Manor dies of the choice. Yeah, Rachel and Terry Dodson knocking it out of the park every single time. So good. If the crime fits. Oh man, this right here, this number 9 is one of my favorite covers absolutely ever. Like, absolutely love this. Bud and Lou just looking awesome. Harley, just cheetah print. It's great. And the bomb just, out of nowhere. Cool. Oh, this right here, first appearance of Harley as Batgirl. Gotta love that. Oh, and, once again, we got Rachel and Terry. Love this cover, too, just because it's, got all, pretty much, at this point right then, my favorite superheroes at all were Tim Drake, Cassandra Cain, and Dick Grayson. The only thing that could have made this cover better would be as if it had Stephanie Brown's spoiler on it, because she was legitimately, at this point, my favorite comic character. Another classic Rachel and Terry Dodson cover. And then we don't get a Rachel and Terry. Anyone know whose art that is? Of course, it's Tim Sale. It's an awesome Tim Sale piece. Yeah. I absolutely love that. Love the, negative space in that. Which, I mean, he's one of those people that are always good at it too. So, yeah, that's really awesome. All right. Now we've got 14 and 15. And, of course, another Rachel and Terry Dodson on both of these. Really cool Harley Ivy cover. Absolutely love that to pieces. I mean, It's classics. Welcome to Metropolis. Them off the and of course, like I love how they've got the Harley Quinn logo and the leaves on this. Really cool. Always love the pop gun. Always fun with Arls. Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's a timeless character. She's just, obviously, she just, besides the fact looks awesome, she's, fun. I love the like every time they change her outfit, it's still really cool. And, yeah, like, once again, last episode showed that we were going to Metropolis. Here it shows them still in Metropolis, obviously. Love the Superman in the background, Daily Planet. Fun, like, of course. Like, the scarf. And then we get a Bizarro cover, of course. Anyone doing Bizarro. And Harley and Ivy right there. Just look at freaking Bizarro. Bizarro, am happy. Harley and Ivy are ugly. Too bad. Oh yeah, we am bad. We am very bad. So great. Now we've got 18 and 19, of course. Mostly these are going to be Rachel and Terry Dodson, obviously. That's fun. Is that Lois and Bizarro? I'm not sure. I need to reread some of these. They're so classic. Just could probably get on the DC app. I know they've got to be all on here, but yeah. That's great too. Oh, that's awesome. Great black cover, cool negative space. I see. Oh, and this also another, gotta love the wanted poster kind of covers. Bad, dead, and really ugly. Etrigan on there. At this point, Rachel and Terry Dodson are no longer doing the artwork. But they're still doing the covers, obviously, which are great. Still loving them. '22 and '23. Back from. So obviously, I'm guessing she dies at this point in the comic or something. And I really need to reread these. There's a really good synopsis of these on Comic Vine, I believe. But you should definitely read these. I haven't read them in a long time. I need to read them. I remember this one being great. Absolutely great. I actually believe that, love these covers too. Is that Martian Manhunter and her coming out of Martian Manhunter? Yeah, that's insane. But no, this one, I remember this one quite a bit because I remember before I even got this issue, I ran into it at a grocery store, and I read it in the grocery store and just laughed and laughed and laughed. I could be, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this issue, yeah, but I was just like, oh, so good. we're starting to get still great covers on these. Such cool covers. Absolutely. At this point, I don't think all of these are Rachel or Terry. Rachel and Terry doing them. I know. I don't know who did the covers on these ones. Still really cool covers, though. That's awesome. I mean, I'm sure that's a swipe, and I don't know what. And that, even if it's not a swipe, it's so reminiscent of, X-Men, that Days of Future Past issue. Or the Batman and Robin one, even with them with the spotlight, against the wall. But yeah, loving these covers too. A lot of good negative space in there. Kind of wish that I had a little slightly better copy of that one. Maybe I will at some point. Even though I'll still probably keep this one because it's this is legitimately I've had these for so long. I love these books. I don't think I'll ever get rid of them. Oh man, chucking light along. 8 more to go. I really need to find out and look to see who they had doing these other covers. While Rachel and Terry weren't doing them anymore. I wonder. Let's see who we got here. But yeah, this cover also. I love how he does the Joker on these. Super cool. Looks almost like a spy novel. And now after 34, it's where we start to get into, obviously, the newer books that I've purchased since I've talked to you guys. Still got to figure it out. I'll look at the end of this video, try to figure out who it could be that doing that cover. But yeah, I wish I remember this part of the series, because this is like the story I obviously didn't get to read because I didn't get to finish the series whenever I first got it. We have 36 and 37. Let's get more with this little girl story. And now and then we finally finish it off with Harley Quinn number 38. And yeah, that's the end of Harley Quinn Volume 1. It's my most of my early Harley Quinn stuff. And yeah, I once again, I'm glad I recently picked this one up, and I'm glad y'all sat around and listened to me talk about Harley Quinn. She's such a great character. I mean, I love every incarnation I've ever met of her. I mean, I love the Margot Robbie stuff, all of it. I love, like I said, Arlene Sorkin, Melissa Roach, Kaylee Kuko, Tara Strong, everyone I'm not even mentioning, just about Mia Sara, yeah, just about every Harley Quinn I've ever seen, I've actually really enjoyed. I feel like she's a real easy character to portray, because the fact is it's really not hard to understand her. She's awesome though. But yeah, thanks a lot for listening, and I'll holler at you guys later. I'm got a couple more videos I probably should make before my big trip to Chicago next week for Riot Fest. But yeah, have a good night, guys, and I'm going to roll the big mega clip of all the issues of Harley here in a second. So keep watching, and like and subscribe, and thanks for everything. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.